Hello, Leo. This is your June 2016 love reading. And let me say that these cannot resonate with everyone. Um, I wish that they could, but there's too many people and too many energies. So if it doesn't resonate with you, please check out your moon and rising signs, as I'm sure that they will. I've already laid the cards out because I shuffle for a really long time. So I've stopped shuffling on camera because it's just excessively long. I shuffle until I feel the cards in place. It could be 15 minutes, it could be 5 minutes, it could be 20 minutes. And so I didn't want to, bore you guys with that. I know you don't want to see that. So I've already laid out the cards. These cards here are the Psychic Tarot deck by John Holland. And then these are the Oracles of Vision deck. They don't have inherent meaning. So that's why during the reading you won't hear me say exactly what those cards mean because they don't have inherent meanings. Now, let me also say that this is a June reading. I'm posting this video in May. So these energies have not played out yet. So you cannot expect, you're not going to, some of you may not be feeling these energies yet. Some of you could because energy, moves at its own pace for each individual. So there's some of you who will not get into these energies until June. Some of you, it may be the week before June, the last week of May. And then for some of you, it's going to be the second week of June. Then some people will be dead on point the first week of June. So you have to understand that when you're watching videos that are ahead of you. That's for those of you who are watching this in May. Okay? That being said, let's get started. This is your partner's energy, your energy, and the energy of the relationship. Now, when I look at your partner's energy, we have foundations and achievements. We have the waiting game. And then we have intuition. Okay. And the overall energy, base chakra. Okay. So overall, Leo, this looks like a good month for you guys. And remember, when I say partner, it's whoever you're thinking about when doing this reading. It doesn't necessarily mean a committed relationship. Okay. When I look at your partner, they are at a place where they're trying to creatively create a solid foundation for themselves. So they may be embarking on some new creative endeavors and getting into something new that they feel would bring them a firm foundation in life for their lives, financially, just being stable. And then for some of you, now there's two things happening here. There's two big energies. Okay, so for, a fair amount of you, it's going to be that they're creatively embarking on new endeavors to create stability in their lives, whether it be starting a business, going to another job, or some of them are going to be embarking on their passions, beginning to do something creative that they really enjoy doing. But then there's also a really big energy for a lot of you that your partner is actually creatively thinking of how they can have a foundation with you. And they're trying to think of some creative way to make this work, to move things forward, to establish something with you. Now, then we have the waiting game. And what I'm gathering from that, though, is that they are not making any moves, okay? They're kind of at a standstill. And they're not taking action towards making things move forward. And it's because they are waiting. They have a lot of patience because they feel like they have all the time in the world. So in a sense, they kind of feel like you're going to be there. Okay? So they don't feel rushed to do anything. But the funny thing is, at the same time, their intuition at the end of the month is kicking in and telling them that they have more control. And if they want this foundation with you that they're thinking about building, then that, they can do something to bring that about. So in the beginning of the month, they're kind of just thinking about, creatively how to move things forward. But then the middle of the month, they don't do anything about it. They're kind of just sitting there waiting and feeling like time is on their side, and eventually it'll happen, things will work out, and they just don't feel that there's any rush. And at the end of the month, they're feeling something inside of them telling them that they need to take some type of action, that they need to be more in control of the outcome, and that they have more power in the situation. Now, when I look at your energy, I know you can see these cards here. I'll hold them up still anyway. Positive movement forward. Spiritual strength. And power. Okay. Now, what's funny is it's like you both are kind of thinking the same thing. You're kind of in the same space for the beginning of the month. You're in a place where you're anticipating making some type of movement forward, somehow maybe establishing things in a better way than they have been, something firmer, stronger, and more progress in the relationship. And you're really thinking about that really hard for the beginning of the month. And at the same time, they are thinking about creatively creating some type of foundation with you. So you guys are really in the same space. Like, this is really amazing because I'm gonna tell you now, you guys have crowning your relationship energy harmony. And I'm gonna show you in these cards how you guys couldn't be in more harmony. Whether you're feeling it or not, energetically and spiritually, you're in harmony. And now look at this. At the same time of the month, you're both thinking about, you're both anticipating moving forward and progression, and they're anticipating making things more stable, which is kind of the same thing. Now then in the middle of the month, they're kind of patient in a place of waiting, and then you have spiritual strength. Now, what is happening here is you're kind of in a place where you're breaking down some of your illusions, because it's kind of like before you thought maybe things weren't going to work out, and you were kind of feeling, you had a lot of just illusions in your mind. about the relationship and where things were headed, just a lot of perceptions that weren't accurate. For some of you, there was distrust that was coming from your own issues that had nothing to do with them, and you're finally starting to realize that. So you're coming out of that illusion, and that's happening for a lot of you. And it's funny because they're in a place where they're just waiting. They're so patient. They're totally in harmony. It's not upsetting them in any way that you kind of go through this little period of, it's like a little spurt of spiritual growth that happens for you in the middle of the month. And anytime that happens, we can be a little funky. You know what I mean? We can be a little, depending on our personalities, we can be annoying, we can be a little aggravated, we could just be uncomfortable in our own skin because we're stretching. So as you're going through this and you're kind of, you're breaking down your illusions and you're seeing things clear. But I'm gathering that for most of you, it's kind of a peaceful thing. You are ready for it, you're accepting it. It's not like you're fighting it. But then they are just, patiently waiting, and they have all the time in the world. They're not rushing you to go forward in any way, rushing you to get done with this process. They're just there. They feel like they know you're going to be there. They're feeling secure in that. And then your illusions coming down is making you to feel more secure as well. So then you have power. You have power. And they have intuition. So what I'm saying with this is you're going inward into your own power, and you're feeling more in a powerful place. You're not looking to them to provide you with your strength and power. You're looking within to find more within yourself, and it's making you so full that you have a lot to give in the relationship. And then their intuition is telling them to take more action, which may have been kind of annoying you before because they kind of weren't, but because you didn't react in a needy way or from a place of insecurity in any kind of way, you moved into your own power, and you say, you know what, if you're not taking things forward and you're not moving, you know what, I'm okay. I can take care of myself. I can love myself. I can feel secure within myself. So I'm just going to deal with it. It's like, whatever, okay? If that's what you want to do, whatever. And then it's funny because as you do that, their intuition kicks in and they're feeling like they need to take more action. So you guys are really in harmony. And then this overall energy of the base chakra makes perfect sense. You guys are starting to feel secure. You're coming into harmony and you're starting to feel secure within the relationship and within yourselves. And so for them, they're contributing victory and success. And then you're contributing passion ignited. So this new space that you're in just brings you into a really passionate place. And there's a fire burning within you. For a lot of you, I can tell that that's going to be a really sexual energy for most of you. But for some of you, it's just a passion for life and love. You're feeling passionate about romance, about love, and then about everything in general. And then they're feeling victory and success that finally, they're feeling like this whole foundation that they were dreaming about is possible. So they're feeling good, you're feeling good, your energies are coming into harmony, and you're finding security within the relationship and within yourselves. What more could you ask for? Like, this is a really, really beautiful month. Like, I'm very hopeful for you for June. Leo, it's like, you guys are really pulling it together, and, a lot of things are happening, and all of this is happening, bringing forth harmony and security within the relationship. So everything that you've been going through and everything that's happening, for those of you who haven't moved into this energy yet, everything has been happening to bring you to this place. So it should all begin to make sense. So I'm going to pull a final card, word of advice. from the Romance Angels Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. Okay, I feel my spirit telling me to just straight shuffle these like a deck of playing cards. So I'm just going to do that. I usually kind of just, move them, go through them in my hands and just do it this way because that's what my spirit's telling me to do. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at that, Leo. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Could that not fit more perfectly with this reading for the month? Some of you may experience an actual engagement really soon. But what I'm getting for a vast majority of you is that, yes, the relationship, all of this is happening for you to feel secure within the relationship. You're coming into harmony and you're moving to a new level within the relationship. So for the vast majority of you, that's what it is, that you're moving into a higher level of commitment, a deeper bond with each other. And then there's some of you that will experience an actual engagement. How exciting. I'm so happy for you, Leo. This is like a really awesome month. I almost want to say congratulations, but like what would I really be congratulating? So it kind of doesn't fit. I just want to say it. But yeah, good reading, good month. So if this resonated with you, if this did not resonate with you, please check out your moon and rising signs, as one of those will. I'm sorry if it didn't resonate with you. There's so many people and so many energies, guys. You got to think, how could that be humanly possible? But I hope that it resonated with the vast majority of you, as I'm sure it did. If you want a personal reading with me where I can really get into your specific situation, or a reading on anything. I truly read on anything, whether it's decisions, what happens if you make one choice over another. It doesn't matter what it is. I can truly read on anything. So if you want to book a personal reading, the link for that will be in the description box. And if this reading was beneficial to you, please, please, please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. But, and I hope to have you as a subscriber if I don't already. And don't hesitate to share the videos. I really won't mind. But thank you guys so much. You have a fabulous June. And I will see you next month, Leo. Bye-bye.